So you're going to a holiday party, you're supposed to bring beer. You can take this and feed the masses, or you can bring this and really impress your hosts.
Or you can go avant-garde and try something a little off the beaten path. Smoked beer? Pickled beer? Really? And Macnow's gonna make me drink this? All right, I'm in.
We're gonna find out what Jody Mac likes today. I'm Glen Macnow, he's Jody McDonald from the Lower Merion Beverage Company in Ardmore. It's What's Brewing!
What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Monco Maker's Passport. Download your free digital pass and sip your way through Montgomery County. By the Conshohocken Brewing Company, featuring 4 locations and available at beer retailers throughout the tri-state area. And by support from the Pennsylvania Malt and Brewed Beverage Industry Promotion Board and grant funding from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.
Hey, welcome to What's Brewing. I'm Glen Macnow. New episode. My pal and radio partner, Jody McDonald, is with us today. Always love drinking beer with Jody Mac. We're at Lower Merion Beverage Company on Greenfield Ave in Ardmore. This is the place that supplies 90% of the beer we drink on this show. So whatever you're looking for, Jody, you see the aisles here.
Man, you got choices and choices and choices. It's like going shopping. You actually have to take your time if you're gonna do it right.
That's right. So I know what Jody Mac likes. You like your bud. We did a whole episode earlier this year on what you like, which was a little different than what you thought you liked, but nonetheless, your style. You're a lager guy, you're a pilsner guy, right?
Open-minded, but yes, I would say those are preferences.
Not an IPA guy.
Again, I'll drink anything.
Okay.
I'm easy,
Well,
but
we'll-
if I have a choice, I'm gonna go lager or pilsner.
We'll find out today exactly what you'll drink, but we're starting with a swap of pilsners. Pennsylvania Pilsners is our theme today.
All right.
And I am giving you, this is from Cumberland Beer Company out in Pittsburgh. This is the Track Again Pilsner IPA, 5.2%. As you look at it, Jody, it's kind of got that look of a
Basic
beer.
pilsner, I like it.
Right? You
Certainly
can see
like the
through
look.
it, really gold, nice foam on this baby. What do you think?
A, good. B, cold. Always like cold, isn't it? You got this just
Cold
out
is
of the
good.
fridge, huh?
Yeah, I think it's a crisp beer. It's a nice lager. It's
Crisp is the word.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
very
associate these more with the summer, but nonetheless, it's a nice, easy drinking beer. This company out of Pittsburgh, Cumberland's Beer, they make about 9 beers. Hard to get on this side of the state, but they're known for good quality stuff. You brought me, I know, a local favorite.
Local, yes. We went to Pittsburgh for yours, but mine is Dock Street, which is local down on Washington Avenue. I did some research, never tried it before. A generous amount of Bohemian Zats.
Zats. Yeah.
I got to learn my Zats.
You got it.
Zats.
You did it.
And good golden crisp color and a soft, nutty malt flavor. You'll tell me if you
Nicely
concur.
sold, Jody Mac. This is, and by the way, they do make this beer in the style of, they aim to.
Not a good pour.
That's all right. Original Bohemians in Pilsner. The tradition of these things date back to 1842. Not this particular brewery, Dock Street, but Dock Street's been doing it well. They've been making this particular beer since 1985.
Damn.
And no plans to stop it. So here we go.
Also good.
Yeah.
Same crisp.
Yeah.
Crispness.
Yeah.
The other one, a little colder, but I actually like the taste of the local better. Give me the Dock Street.
Yeah, and I figured you would like these beers. You like your lagers. A Pilsner is a lager. Not all lagers are Pilsners. I don't want to get caught up in all that. It's a type of lager originating from the Czech city of Pilsen, which is how it got its name. And again, they've been making it since 1839, this style of beer. It dates back. These are some Pennsylvania ones that we got. This is from Vault Brewing. This is their Teller Pils. This is, Levante makes really good stuff. This is their Bira. Workhorse, always a fan of Workhorse. This is their Checked Out. And this is Whackers up in Lancaster, Bohemian Pilsner. Really nice style, very popular. The ones that people would know, Amstel, Heineken is one, Pilsner Urquell, Stella Artois, Yuengling Premium.
Did you say Levante?
Levante is, where's my Levante? Here it is, yeah.
I thought he was a linebacker, not a Pilsner, but...
You take that one home with you. You'll enjoy it. Most Pilsner like these are about between 4 and 6% alcohol as well. And here's the thing about them. They're not easy to brew.
Really?
Yes, because if you're brewing an IPA or a hefty beer, you can kind of cover up some of your mistakes. These things have to be clean and crisp, and if you don't do them well, it shows.
Okay.
So it's a challenge for brewers, and we had 2 good ones. All right, it is time for our photo contest winners. This is the last one. We've been running this contest all year long. We ask you to send us pictures of you drinking beer in some situation. And this one, Jody, we did this on Veterans Day. People drinking beer in military uniforms.
Which I'm guessing they had permission.
Well, here's
you
what
have
I
to
found
ask
out.
permission for
I'm
that,
glad
don't
you brought that up, because I found out as I posted this, some people say, you know, you're not supposed to drink beer in uniform. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we got enough. We got some, and we chose 3 winners. This is Dune on Twitter. This is the boys just outside of Fort Dix, New Jersey, 1972.
That's my neck of the woods.
Yeah, the boys enjoying their Colt 45s. This is Mark Parker Sr. This is his dad drinking at Sloppy Joe's Bar in Havana on his way home. I love this. He's on his way home from the war in 1945 in Havana at Ernest Hemingway's favorite bar drinking beer. That's a contest winner.
Fort Dix, my neck of the woods. Savannah, not my neck of the woods.
No, and this is Andrew Bailey, a couple of lads with their hands full of some Guinnesses. Love those. When we get back, will Jody Mack like this beer? We got some real new, different, strange ones. We'll see what he likes. We're at Lower Merion Beverage Company in Ardmore. Jody McDonald, Glen Macnow. It's What's Brewing.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
K.O.P.
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo.
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
Hey, welcome back to What's Brewing. I'm Glen Macnow. He's Jody McDonald. We're at Lower Merion Beverage Company in Ardmore. It's in Montgomery County. Montco Makers has the passport now. All kinds of new interesting things on it. Make sure you check it out. Now, they have more than 2,000 beers here at Lower Merion Beverage Company, Jody. We're not going to try all of them. However, I am going to test the limits of what you will drink in beer today.
Because I've been bragging that anything is a good thing as far as I'm concerned.
Pretty
If it's
open-minded.
cold and it's hearty, I'm in.
We'll find out.
Okay.
I got what might be considered different styles of beer, okay?
Different.
Now the first one, and this is really a style I like a lot. This is an ESB. This is a bitter beer, okay? Bottle conditioned Bluebird Bitter out of Coniston Brewing Company. I have not tried it, but it's a style I like. We'll see if Jody Mack likes his Coniston Bitter. Here's how I want you to judge it. A, I would never drink this swill again. B, yeah, I'd drink it if you give it to me for free. C, oh, I'd buy this. So how do we go on the Coniston Brewing Bluebird Bitter bottle condition?
Certainly not. Yeah, I won't be revisiting the swill it is. It's got a nice little taste to it. Don't know that I would go out of my way to buy it. So if I can only pick one, I'd say if it's free. If it's for me.
If it's free, it's
but
for me.
I'm between the two of buying and or taking for free.
You like it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting one. This is Left Hand Brewing Company Candy Cane Imperial Peppermint Stout. As you can see, by the looks of this thing, it looks more like a milkshake than a beer.
But then again, I like Guinness. So
Yeah, okay,
I'm going
it's a
into
stout.
this open-minded.
Okay, there you go. Nitro Stout.
It's got a little Guinness taste to it, as a matter of fact. And I said I'm a Guinness guy, so it's not quite Guinness, but it's close enough.
So-
a reasonable
so,
facsimile.
A, B, or C?
I would buy.
You would buy.
I would buy.
Me, I would never drink this again.
Really?
I hate that.
Really?
Oh, that was awful.
Oh man, what are you saying?
I'm saying it was awful. All right, here you go. The
I'm
funny
taking
thing
that
is,
with me.
I thought I would like more than you, but that was terrible. That thing should be banned from public consumption.
Give me that thing.
This, Jody Mack, is a Rausch beer. This is a smoked beer out of, the label's in German, so Urbach. Jim, where's this from? Okay, from parts unknown, Jody.
Parts
it's like
unknown.
old wrestlers.
Much like my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah,
yes.
there you go. A smoked beer. You ever had a smoked beer?
I don't believe so.
All right, give it a smell before you taste it, because it's going to be different.
Oh yeah, that
got a little
doesn't
bacon kind of
doesn't smell like beer. Yeah,
smells
it
like
smells
bacon.
like breakfast.
Yes, here we
Yeah,
go.
Okay.
What do you think of a smoked beer or Rausch beer?
Yeah, this one I won't be having again.
No?
No. No.
Jody, I can send you home
No,
with a
no,
case
no,
of this
no,
beer.
No.
That's a no.
Ugh.
Me, every once in a while, as I often say, though, a little goes a long way, I would do it. All right, now we're going to
Do
really...
I get eggs with that? If you're going to give me bacon, you should at least give me eggs.
It really did taste like bacon. It did. All right. Well, that tasted like bacon. This, my friend, is Pickle Monster beer. Made by Prairie Artisan Ales out of, I don't know where it is, sour ale with dill pickles, hot sauce, habanero flavor. Be forewarned. Again, give it a sniff first. You know, get the nose of this thing. Yeah, smells
Before
like...
I even taste this, I'm telling you, it has no shot. Because I at least like bacon, and that's just terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like pickles.
Oh, you don't like pickles?
No.
Oh, well, let's see.
No.
You
Take
know
them
what?
off the hamburger. You go to McDonald's, take the pickles off. Don't know.
Oh, geez. You know what this is? You remember when the Eagles beat Dallas in Andy Reid's second year?
Oh.
The pickle juice game? This is the pickle juice game. All right, one more. Here we go. This is Japanese red rice beer, Hitachino Nest red rice beer. Jody, read that part of the label for me, would you?
Yeah, no shot.
It's in Japanese.
Japanese, yeah.
Okay, let's find out what we do about this. And this will be the last one of the set. I have no idea what this. I've never had Japanese red rice beer, and I've had a lot of beer in my life, so this is new experience for me as well.
Nice.
Doesn't have much of a nose to it.
It's okay.
Ooh, you
It's
know
okay,
what?
Yeah.
I kind of like it. It's like a lager, but gives you a little bit of sweetness in it.
Now I'm just going to flat out overstate my taste buds,
Yeah.
but I think I can tell this is Japanese. If you just put this
Yeah,
down there
I get you.
and said to me, what type of beer you think this is, I would have said Japanese.
All right, so Jody, what's the winner of the batch? We tried a lot of odd beers today. What's your favorite?
All right, the top two, the first two were easily the best.
Okay.
The Guinness Light, kind of
Well, the
Guinness-y.
nitro, yes, this. The peppermint nitro and the ESB.
Yes.
Good work. I like it.
Two best, by far the others trailing badly.
Yeah.
And I would buy either of these two. as a
And this
matter of
one
fact.
cannot get in the same zip code.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. That was fun. Coming up, a lot of interesting things going on in Pennsylvania with the beer laws. We're going to head out to Imprint Brewing Company and discuss it with a state representative next on What's Brewing.
Hey Ben, Glenn.
Hi, Andrew Colligan, purveyor of fine Conshohocken Brewing Company beer. I find myself in a bit of a quandary, Andrew. I love Conshohocken Brewing Company beer, but which one is my favorite? Ooh, I do love Type A IPA.
Our #1 selling beer for a reason.
Yes, and Hazy Life Coach IPA. Oh, this one is delicious.
Hazy, juicy goodness.
Wonderful, and who wouldn't love that? Who doesn't love Ring the Bell American Lager?
The perfect choice to pair with our Philly sports teams or anytime.
You know what, I think it's Ring the Bell for me, but now the question is, what's the right quantity?
I think I might have something perfect for you. Ring the Bell 12 packs.
Why, you've nailed it. Now available in convenient 12-ounce 12 packs at any beer store near you. This is wonderful. But how will all of this fit on the back of my horse? Welcome back to What's Brewing. I'm Glen Macnow. We're at Imprint Brewing Company, and we're here with Ryan Deal, who's the co-owner of this place. This is Representative Steve Malagari. He represents this area in Hatfield and other parts of Montgomery County in the Pennsylvania State House. This is What Can the State Do for Us segment. So I think, guys, we can all agree that over the last 10, 15, 20 years, the state has done a lot to make your life as a brewery owner easier, mine as well. A couple of things being like, hey, I can buy a beer on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Or I can go into a store and buy a 6-pack or a case, or I don't know, what else?
Wawa.
Wawa!
Convenience store.
We get beer at a Wawa. And we thank you. By the way, he is a
Grocery
member.
stores,
Grocery
all sorts.
stores. He
Yeah.
is a member of the Liquor Control Committee in the State House. And my favorite thing, the Craft Beer Caucus.
That's right.
Which is really good. So let's talk about maybe what more changes we might see out of the state in the next couple of years. Give me one thing that you would have in mind.
So a couple things. We've been really trying to make it much easier
Go ahead.
people to purchase, make it more convenient for customers, but also make it easier for anyone going into the industry as well. What we have right now is probably one of the biggest things we're going to be talking about coming up is the ability for breweries to then have a distillery under the same roof.
Ooh, I would like that.
Yeah, and it's actually been talked about a lot. We've had some in-depth discussion about it, and we're seeing that for the industry itself and for owners especially, and business owners, they have the same equipment for a brewery that you would need in a distillery to get the beginning part of the mashing done and a lot of the fermentation process done in the beginning.
More opportunity.
Absolutely.
Right, okay. By the way, what are we all drinking? Since we're all drinking, what do you got there?
So this is an Italian Pilsner called Moda. So it's very good.
Means fashion.
I'm pretty fashion styling.
I learned
right
that, yeah,
now.
the sweater is great.
Mean,
You look
we
great.
are in the holiday season.
Rep,
so.
you look magnificent. I am, of course, drinking a hazy IPA. You guys make great hazy
thank
IPAs
you.
there. And the name of this puppy is?
That's Always, Sometimes, Rarely, Never.
Yes, but what's the name of it?
Always, Sometimes, Rarely, Never.
Very catchy.
Fill out your surveys.
What do you got?
This is a Crunchity. We throw a lot of candy bars in. This is made with peanut butter cups and crunch bars.
Why
That
didn't
sounds
we get that
fantastic.
one?
I should have had that.
You said you were driving.
Yeah, I want some of that. Anyway, all right. So, what would you like to see happen? What's your wish list?
The
here?
biggest thing for me would be to have the same number of satellite locations that wineries and distilleries have. They have 5 each right now. Breweries have 2 each. So parity across all 3 segments would be really
Hardly
key for
seems
us.
fair, does it?
Could be more fair.
Okay. The Craft Beer Caucus. Again, I just love that. I love that, as somebody who does the show and somebody in the business, I love that somebody in the state's looking out for us. What would be the goals of the Craft Beer Caucus?
So the Craft Beer Caucus, initially, really it was started several years ago under Representative Patty Kim. She's out of the Harrisburg area. But the goal is to really teach members of the legislature, members of both the Republican and Democratic caucuses, to understand about craft beer, understand about the needs and challenges of the breweries, and also just understand the industry as well. And at the same time, drink good beer while doing it.
Yeah, I can see where the meetings are. That's pretty good. All right, I got a question for both of you again, which is you guys started up your own brewing. You've done really well. You deal with a lot of breweries and the issues that they bring to the state. What advice would you have for somebody starting up a brewery? I'll actually bring it to you when it comes to the state, but just overall, somebody wants to start up, and there are a lot of people who watch our show, they're home brewers, they want to get into it and so on. What advice do you have?
I would get a lot of feedback on your product, make sure that people really like it, really love it, and
So give a lot of beer to a lot of people.
give it away and get real honest feedback.
good,
and
yeah.
start with more time and more money than you think it'll take.
Yeah, isn't that always the
And
case?
then grow slowly
Yeah.
and diligently, and don't
That's-
take on too much.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's always the case. By the way, you guys, one thing I really like about this place is you guys make a lot of different styles, a lot of different beers. How many things right now? I'm looking at that great display case in the front. I'm looking at all the barrels you got over there. A lot of barrel aged stuff, which is great.
We did over 250 beers this year.
Wow.
Some repeats from prior years, a lot new beers. But
You know what? I remember you did an ESB that I really liked.
We do have a great bitter.
Yeah, I may steal some of that on the way out. All right, what advice do you have for somebody starting up a brewery or owning a brewery in terms of working with the state?
So the advice I would have first off is make sure that you have good legal representation on board. That is the biggest thing you can have. Make sure they know about the alcohol laws within the Commonwealth, but also you want to make sure that you understand what you're up against. Know the local laws, the zoning laws. Make sure that you have a decent amount of advocacy behind you as well, and you could be reaching out to your local representative like myself or a senator to make sure that they can guide you through the process too, because when it deals with the LCB and you're dealing with the state, you need to make sure that you have those people in your corner.
LCB can be a little bit challenging at times.
It can be.
All right, both of you guys, I want one more question I got each of you. What do you like to drink? He said lifting up a Pilsner.
I really do enjoy Pilsners. I studied abroad in high school. I was 18, turned 18 in Germany. I started on the German Pilsners when I was there.
Oktoberfest or two?
A few.
Good.
In my later years, but started on Pilsners. These are the hardest, one of the hardest types of beer to brew, and it has to be consistent every single time. So I enjoy them.
All right, what does the brewer like to drink?
I drink a lot of bourbon and I drink a lot of IPAs.
That's right, you guys are doing your bourbon now, right? Tell me about the
we
bourbon.
started
And
with-
why are we not drinking it now? But go to the first question first.
What's mashing instead of what's brewing?
Yeah.
So we have a new rooftop bar restaurant opening in Westchester in early 2024. As part of the process to get that started, we had to have a brewing couplet, so we opened a distillery up. So we're buying 6-year-old bourbon and aging it some more, and then we'll come out with bottles. And we have it on here. We make cocktails and imprint with it, and we have it neat on the rocks.
Nice.
We sell a lot of bourbon.
And I'm glad you're going to Westchester. Westchester to me
amazing.
is a great area that could use another brewery or two. So Ryan, great to see you again, my friend.
Thank you, Glenn.
Steve,
Thanks,
pleasure.
Glenn.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
everybody, hope you learned something. We'll be back with more on What's Brewing.
So, what do you want to do today?
Today, I want to run. I want to skate.
Thank you.
I want to see a show. I want to play. I want to eat. Like a lot. I want to sleep in a hotel. Can we do all that?
We can do all that and more.
Hey, welcome back to What's Brewing. I'm Glen Macnow with Joni McDonald, joined by Jim Martin, the head proprietor here at Lower Merion Beverage, which of course is in Lower Merion, which is part of the Montco Makers, and make sure that you check out the Montco Makers passport, all kinds of fun things to do on that. All right, so Joni and I get invited to a lot of parties for the holidays, and you know, you bring beer and you can walk in with this and like, okay, that's fine. Nobody's gonna be impressed.
No.
We want to impress people. What do we bring?
Well, maybe Jody's friends will be impressed with that. Cause,
No, Jody's going to keep that at home.
Exactly.
I'm not sharing with anybody.
What do we bring?
So parties are hard because you always want to bring something for everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Or you want to bring something that no one's ever had before and try.
Yes, that's it.
Or you want to do a seasonal theme. Like, so things that you can share would be like our big can there of I think it's a 5-liter can of beer.
I had an Oktoberfest of that, and I took it to a party, and there were 6 of us, and we downed that baby. Jody can do his reps.
Yeah, you can do some heavy lifting there.
Highlight of the season.
Guess who's bringing that home today?
That thing's going to open. That's going to explode.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Awesome.
So other than Jody apparently has already had one of those.
You bought it. You brought it. It's mine
Yeah,
now.
you break it,
It's mine now.
Break it, you buy it.
Okay. All right. So what are we going to try?
Right now, we're going to try a couple of things that I would go and bring to a party. You could bring a framboise, which everyone can drink.
Love
these.
it. Nice.
Barrel aged Belgians. What we're going to have
Those are
here
hefty beers,
is a Deux Brut de Flanders.
Okay.
So I can't say Belgian words. But you can see it's all fancy, right? Because we're going to cork it.
Could have opened it ahead of time, saved us some time.
I could have, and I was hoping I would do something a little bit different than that.
You're going to impress us
But you know what?
here?
We're going to go to this one first.
All right, there you go. I'll work on this while you do that.
Also, what I like to do is bring a beer that would be kind of expensive, some people wouldn't want to buy on their own, so they would try. And so what we have here is an other half Thank You for Juicing. So other half
I like
is,
other half, yeah.
Yeah, they're a New York brewery. They also have a location here in Philadelphia and in DC.
Okay.
This is a
so what are we
juicy
gonna bring,
IPA.
a 6-pack of that? People are going to like that?
4-pack, yeah, and it goes.
4-pack.
This is like $25 a 4-pack.
There
so
you go.
It's a little bit on the expensive side, but something everyone else could
Ooh,
try.
you know, that's a nice beer.
Yeah.
That's a really nice beer.
Happy holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. Yeah. No. So it's something again people
Enjoy that. There you go.
wouldn't want to spend on their own,
Ready
and
to
then you
open
would
that
go
puppy.
with this, right? So
I want to hear
this-
the noise. Yeah, I love that.
So this is a.
See, you do that at a party.
Yes.
Immediately people think like, oh,
Impress
he brought
people.
something
Yes.
good, right?
Yes.
And this is a $45 bottle, right? So something again you would probably not drink on your own.
Jody, this is way out of our league.
You got that right.
So
what kind of beer is this?
$45
This is going to be a cuvee, I believe. Again, Belgian. It's a kind of a wild, soury type Belgian beer.
Okay, not usually my style.
Not
but
going to be in your
I'm at a
wheelhouses.
party, you know.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
it.
You're going to try it.
What do you think?
That's good.
You like it?
Oh, yeah.
Who are you? I feel like I've known you for 30 years, and all of a
Really?
sudden you're like this
No,
different
I like
guy.
this. I like this.
You
one.
like this? You like a
Yes.
sour? What'd you say it is? Sour what?
Cuvee. It's a cuvee. It's a brut. So it's going to have kind of the champagne yeast,
Yeah, it does-
which is
it-
going to give you
yeah.
kind of that. So you have that cross between a wine and a beer.
Mm-hmm.
I was
on
gonna
the
say
soury
it's
side.
wine-like.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, those are things I would bring to a party. Great ideas. We have tons of single bottles here.
Yeah,
and
again,
so a lot of these things you'll see out here. We
Right,
carry,
bring in a
but
4-pack or a 6-pack,
Yeah, we
okay?
do that.
But if you bring this, you know, people are going to think like, oh, Glenn and Jody know what the hell they're doing. Let's do that.
Right.
And by the way, this is actually really good. this is really good. Okay. In addition, we got to get some gifts for friends of ours.
Yep.
I know what I'm getting for Jody. That
yes.
big thing.
You didn't get this. I'm paying for this. This is on me.
Right.
This is how Jody would roll. Was with USA 30-pack
Very
holder.
nice.
So you could put a 30-pack of Budweiser in here, and it would stay cold.
Well, you can put that in there.
You could put
It's
that in there as
perfectly.
well, but this would be, another thing you could buy for your friends.
Very nice.
Called Kanga is the name of the brand.
So, Jody, you've now done 3 shows this season.
Correct.
You've had a lot of different beers. You've tried many beers on this show. Have we moved you away from being the stereotype guy of, I just drink Budweiser and that's what I drink?
No.
I tried, folks.
I'm a Bud guy. USA, it's the king of bottled beers. Again, I'm open-minded. The Guinness-like beer
Yes,
that we had
that's the
tonight
one that you like.
really kicked in for me.
Yeah, my least favorite beer of the season, perhaps.
Well,
but
no, you had
whatever.
the pickle beer.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
worse. Yeah. Jim Martin, give us the hours, Lower Merion Beverage.
We're open 10 to 9 Monday through Saturday, and then 11 to 6 on Sundays.
I love this store, and thanks to you all for all your help this year.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Really
We love it.
supported.
We love being
Jody,
supportive.
always a pleasure to hang out
Thanks,
with you.
Jody. Thanks for
Man,
coming.
any time for day drinking, I'm in.
We will see you next week on What's Brewing.
What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Monco Maker's Passport. Download your free digital pass and sip your way through Montgomery County. By the Conshohocken Brewing Company, featuring 4 locations and available at beer retailers throughout the tri-state area. And by support from the Pennsylvania Malt and Brewed Beverage Industry Promotion Board and grant funding from the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.